Claressa Shields tries to steal attention from Remy Ma's big movie premiere tonight over a film where she only had a small cameo appearance. Welcome back to the channel, Shad Dairy. It's your guy Marcus Hale, and music, thanks for pulling up. Today, we're talking about Claressa Shields, Remy Ma, and the growing chatter online from people who believe Claressa is paying a whole lot of attention to everything connected to Remy. That's the conversation making noise right now. But first, let's get into the good news. Music, as many of you already know, Remy Ma's new movie premieres tonight on Lifetime. This marks her second Lifetime movie, Music, and people are already talking about it because the story involves something suspicious happening with the girl upstairs. Some viewers are even saying the plot has a life-imitating art vibe to it, which has only made more people curious to watch. The buzz is definitely building. Before we dive deeper into that, Remy was also making moves on another show yesterday. And there are a few clips worth checking out. I wanted to highlight them because they show the momentum and opportunities continuing to come her way. A lot of people have noticed that Remy seems focused, music active, and staying busy with new projects. Now, let's talk about another interesting moment. It looks like Fat Joe may be working on a music video for the new single he recently released. There's already speculation about whether Remy RY can make a cameo appearance in Music, the video. We'll have to wait and see how that plays out. After that, we'll get into more clips from the second show that Remy was helping co-host because there were definitely a few moments that got people talking. Now, there's still one segment I've been trying to track down because I'm familiar with the actor involved. He played Jennifer Hudson's brother in Dreamgirls, and if I'm not mistaken, his music currently appearing on Beyond the Gates. He was the musical guest, and while I've seen screenshots floating around online, I still haven't found the full interview. That's the part I've been searching for. There was also another Remy Ma appearance worth talking about. She had an interview, Music, but she was also stepping into co-hosting duties. And that brought some interesting moments, too. Okay, as New Yorkers mark Junts today, people across the city are coming together for celebrations, performances, and music conversations honoring Black history and culture. Good Day's Crystal Young is in Times Square with a look at what's happening this weekend. Music, good morning, Crystal. Good morning, Remy. So, there is a lot happening, and as you said, it's not just in music, one place. June, I'm just sitting back. You're doing all the work. Thank you, Roz. All right. Well, still ahead, it's also Black Music Month, and we are celebrating with Brooklyn. So, let's get into one of the special guests who stopped by during her time on Good Day New York. A music, that guest was none other than the legendary Spike Lee. And if you were paying close music attention, you may have noticed something interesting during the conversation. Some viewers felt that Spike seemed much more engaged when discussing topics directly connected to his longtime passion for the Knicks. The energy definitely shifted whenever basketball came up. Personally, I think Remy Ma could have easily led that entire conversation about the Knicks, the championship hopes, the parade talk, and Spike Lee's decadecade-long dedication as a fan. The moment the other co-hosts started talking about taking the parade all the way to Madison Square Garden, Spike Lee immediately jumped in with a no 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 no. That reaction got plenty music of attention online. Now, unfortunately, we have to switch gears for a moment. But don't forget that Remy Ma's movie premieres tonight, and there's already a lot of buzz surrounded it. Speaking of that, this actually connects perfectly to the next topic because Remy has been making the rounds doing press lately. Yesterday, she also sat down for another interview that got people talking while continuing her co-hosting appearances. The appearance was also part of Ray's promotional run for her upcoming Lifetime movie premiering tonight. And what makes this situation interesting is that according to many online observers, Claressa Shields seems to use different social media platforms in very different ways. For example, some people feel that X, formerly known as Twitter, is where Claressa is at her most outspoken. That's usually where heated exchanges, strong opinions, reposts, and reactions tend to grab attention. Music, whenever drama starts trending, that platform often becomes the center of the conversation. What do you think is music, probably the best moment that you say? Was it the parade? Was it the actual game? Was it game one when we first knew we Was going to like what was that moment where you was like, it was great because that brought all the diversity of New York City together. We'll leave out the burls, but it was just beautiful. I mean, and this is the greatest city in the world, you know. We got some stuff, but still that was a great day in history, Hista. You know what was interesting is that, listen, so many people turned out. They were sleeping on the sideline to try to get into those pens yesterday. The parade could have probably been extended all the way to Madison Square Garden. And I think music, not doing that. Laughter, well, even. 10,000 police just for to go from there. It was beautiful. Just leave everything out. But just being in the parade and seeing diversity of this great city that everybody's cheering and it's cool and is love. I don't know how you extend that. I'm not being negative. I'm just saying. But I know how we do that. We're going to look you are a leader in this town. No. Laughter. And we need you to show us the way. No. That ain't that no. Then there's Instagram, where many followers believe the tone shifts completely. Instead of direct back and forth arguments, people often point to subtle messages, cryptic posts, and comments that spark speculation. Is the kind of content that keeps followers trying to figure out who or what is being referenced. When it comes to live streams, though, the energy can be totally different. Whether it's TikTok or other live platforms, those broadcasts often generate music, the biggest reactions because viewers get unfiltered thoughts, spontaneous responses, music, and unexpected moments. Those live sessions have a way of getting people talking fast. Snapchat seems, music, to be more of a mix of everything. You might see daily life updates, behind-the-scenes moments, cooking clips, meals, personal routines, music, and glimpses into whatever's happening throughout the day. Followers often get a much casual look compared to what appears on other platforms. And then there's Facebook. Many people believe that's where a lot of her longtime hometown supporters, family members, and longtime followers, music, are most active. Because of that, discussions they can sometimes take on a different tone altogether. Whether sharing opinions, responding to critics, or reacting to ongoing conversations, it's another place where comments and subtle shade can quickly become a topic of discussion online. You know how some people online get accused of throwing shade, stirring up conversation, and then acting surprised when people respond. That's the kind of criticism that has been floating around lately. Some viewers feel there's a pattern of posting music things that spark reactions while avoiding direct explanations, and that has definitely become part of the ongoing discussion. 90% of the rhymes that came out of her mouth. I have written 90% of the rhymes. Recent Claressa Shields reposted a message from someone connected to what was described as a true fans of Claressa Shields group. The post encouraged people to check out a movie, saying it's a good movie, Lola too. Boxery Jones Jr. in it, and good two big-time actresses Elise Neal and Tamala Jones in it. Now some people immediately focused on music, the wording and spelling in the post. Online commenters were quick to point out mistakes and question whether the names were typed correctly. That became a conversation of its own as people reacted to the details of the message. Another thing that caught attention was how the movie was being presented. Some viewers felt that if someone searched online, they might get the impression that Claressa played a major role in the project because her image appeared prominently in certain promotional materials. However, others pointed out that being featured in marketing does not necessarily mean someone is the lead star of a film. According to discussions circulating online, this movie was originally released in 2022, meaning it is not a brand new project. That timing raised questions among some observers, who wondered why the film was suddenly being highlighted again right now. The timing led to plenty of speculation and debate across social media platforms. Some critics even suggested that the renewed attention could pull focus away from other entertainment projects currently making headlines, including Remy Ma's latest release. Of course, that's an opinion being shared by online commentators, but it has become part of the larger conversation. As for Claressa's role in the movie, viewers who have watched it generally describe her appearance as a supporting part rather than the central focus of the story. Much of her screen time reportedly involves training scenes, preparation sequences, and boxing-related moments that connect to her athletic background. Music, while she may not dominate the entire film, her appearance is still something supporters often highlight when discussing the project. From the perspective music being shared by some critics online, Claressa's role in that movie wasn't a major focus for much of the story. 90% of the rhymes that came out of her mouth. Music I have written 90% of the rhymes that, according to those viewers, her appearance became more noticeable later in the music film rather than being central from the beginning. That's why some people questioned the level of attention the project was suddenly receiving. Critics have also pointed to previous situations where Claressa promoted projects after discussions about their performance started circulating online. For example, when conversations began about the fire inside, some observers noted that she became more active in encouraging people to watch it. Supporters saw that as backing her work, while critics viewed it differently. Either way, it became another topic of debate across social media. Another claim frequently made by commentators is that whenever Remy Ma has a major announcement, release, or public appearance, people start comparing what other figures in her orbit are doing at music at the same time. Whether it's music releases, interviews, social media activity, or public statements, those comparisons often take on a life of their own and quickly spread through entertainment blogs and fan pages. Some online personalities have even argued, that the timing of certain posts, collaborations, or announcements can appear connected to moments when Remy is receiving positive attention. Music, of course, that remains speculation and opinion rather than a proven fact, but tease a narrative that continues to gain traction among certain audiences. There have also been ongoing conversations about similarities in style, presentation, and branding. Music. Critics have claimed that Claressa has drawn inspiration from aspects of Remy Ma's public image, while supporters would likely argue that fashion trends, hairstyles, and entertainment branding often overlap among public figures. The debate has gone back and forth for quite some time, with both sides offering their own interpretations. What's clear is that whenever either name starts trending, people online are quick to connect the dots and build theories about what's happening behind the scenes. Some commentators believe that controversy and rivalry drive attention, while others think fans are reading too much into ordinary social media activity. Either way, every new post, interview, or appearance seems to spark another round of discussion, and that's what has some people raising their eyebrows. Why bring attention to a cameo appearance from a movie released back in 2022 music, at this particular moment? That's the question many critics are asking online. Some observers believe the post was simply meant to remind people of past acting credits in previous projects. Others, however, think the timing is what makes it stand out. When conversations are already centered around Remy Ma's latest movie premiere, any related entertainment post is bound to attract extra scrutiny and speculation. One thing that's hard to dispute is that Remy Ma is front and center in her new project. She's one of the main names being promoted, and the movie is being marketed around her involvement. Viewers tuning in won't have to wait deep into the film to see her on screen, which is a point many supporters have been emphasizing while celebrating the release. For critics who have been following the ongoing drama, this latest situation fits into a larger narrative they've been discussing for months. They believe there's a pattern. Whenever Remy Ma has a major moment, whether it's a music release, a television appearance, or now a movie premiere, every new development gets examined closely, and every social media move becomes part of the conversation. Some commentators go even further and argue that many of the tensions, disagreements, and public back and forths eventually circle back to Remy M one way or another. That's their interpretation of the situation, and it continues to fuel debate across fan communities. They also point out that previous controversies involving public relationships, online discussions, and entertainment headlines led many people to predict that Ray's popularity would take a major hit. Yet, despite all the speculation and criticism, she has remained a recognizable figure in entertainment. Whether people support her or criticize her, she continues to generate attention, headlines, and public interest, which is exactly why these conversations keep gaining momentum. At the end of the day, Remy Ma remains a well-known public figure, and she still has a loyal audience that continues to support her. Whether people agree with her choices or not, she continues to attract attention and keep her name active in entertainment conversations. Many supporters believe that once Remy shifted her focus away from certain personal drama and concentrated on her own goals, opportunities started lining up more consistently. From their perspective, she appeared to become more focused on business, media appearances, and expanding her brand rather than getting pulled into every public dispute. That's a point her fans often bring up when discussing her recent success. Another argument made by commentators is that a lot of online discussions continue to rely on old controversies rather than current developments. Music. Critics of Claressa Shields claimed that some of the topics being revisited are no longer relevant to what's happening today, especially when circumstances have changed and people have moved on to new chapters in their lives. But that opinion has become increasingly common in fan discussions. Music. Some observers also believe that certain social media posts are designed to redirect attention away from other ongoing conversations. Whether that's actually the intention or simply how people interpret it is open to debate, but it's a theory that keeps resurfacing whenever new posts appear online. That brings people back to the same question. If there's no concern about what Remy Ma is doing, why does every move spark so much discussion? Why? Revisit a movie appearance from 2022 right as Remy is promoting a new project. Those are the questions critics continue asking while trying to connect the dots. Another criticism that has gained traction is the idea that some people spend too much time focusing on past accomplishments, music, instead of highlighting what's coming next. In entertainment, audiences are constantly looking ahead, and fans often want to know what new projects, partnerships, or opportunities are on the horizon. Supporters of Remy argue that one reason she has remained relevant is her willingness to branch out beyond music. Instead of relying on a single lane, she has explored television, film, hosting opportunities, and other ventures. In today's entertainment world, many successful personalities build multiple music streams of income and expand their brands in different directions. According to her supporters, that ability to adopt and evolve is a major reason she continues to stay visible and generate interest in 2026. That's one thing many supporters point to when talking about Remy Ma. She didn't limit herself to just one lane. She built visibility through music, appeared on Love and Hip Hop, became involved in the battle rap world, expanded into television opportunities, and music continued finding new ways to grow her brand. Now, she's connected to her own media platform, and many fans believe even bigger opportunities could be ahead. At the same time, she's still releasing music, booking performances, making appearances, and keeping her name active in multiple spaces. A lot of successful entertainers follow a similar strategy. They continue expanding their portfolio, exploring new ventures, and creating additional opportunities beyond the thing that first made them famous. The goal is to stay visible, stay relevant, and keep building for the future. Meanwhile, critics have questioned whether public appearances, interviews, and podcast conversations alone are enough to create long-term momentum without larger business ventures attached. That debate continues to play out online as fans compare different approaches to building a public brand and career. One thing is certain, people are watching closely and these conversations aren't slowing down anytime soon. Thanks for watching. This has been Shadow with Marcus Hale. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like, subscribe, and share the channel. Also, drop a comment below and let me know what you think about music. Everything discussed today. I want to hear your thoughts. Until next time, stay safe and take